everyone, this is Carson from COSMUA on YouTube, YT. I did this look today. I mainly just wanted to use blues, and I used my Blue Blood palette as my main inspiration to do this look, and then it just turned into this. If you can see any blue on my under eyelid where it's not supposed to be, that's just because you'll see why and what happened and why it's there. So if you actually like this look, keep watching.
So I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Soft Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. It's honestly one of the best primers I found for my dry skin. If you got dry skin, try it out. If you haven't already, I strongly suggest it because it really works great. And then I go in with my Tarte and Zone Clay foundation in Fairlight Beige. It's the closest to my pasty ass that I can get over the years. And I just use a wet beauty sponge, a damp, not soaking, just a damp beauty sponge, and bounce that all over my face to spread the foundation. I only put like really like tiny dots all over my face because I like full coverage, but I don't like extreme full coverage, you know what I mean? But yeah, just blend it all out like you would. And then I go in with my Shape Tape, my Tarte Shape Tape, in Fair Beige. It's close to my foundation shade, but it's okay. It don't really matter. I go in with it under my eyes. I go in with it on my chin, on my forehead, and on my chin again, just to spread it out. Any pimples I have, if I have any. And then I go in with a little bit on my nose and a little bit on my cupid bow. I don't do that all the time, but I do it today because I just felt like it. And I go and just blend it with the bottom of the brush. I mean, not the bottom of the brush, the top of the beauty blender, the opposite. Because the opposite of what I just said. I just blend that all out. And it looks good. So then I go in with Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent. That is the greatest face powder that I found for dry skin. Everything else makes it look really bad and really like way too dry, like the Sahara. Airspun knows how to do face powder, so if you've never tried it, try it. And then I go with my Jaclyn Hill Morphe JH01 fluffy brush and brush it all out because I've had it been sitting there for a little bit. And then I'll go in with my KVD Beauty Shade and Light Contour Palette in Lucid and Somber. I usually use just the brown shade in it. I go from the top of my ear down to about halfway through my cheek, and I bring it up back to my ear, cover my ear, and I basically just make a big old triangle shape is how I do. That's what I do with my contour. And then I take a little bit on my forehead and these little indentions I have. I just basically use a slanted angled brush. Nothing really specific. And then I go in with it on my neck, my décolleté. If you didn't know what décolleté means, now you know. It means the neck area, your collarbone. And then I go with a fluffy small brush on my nose and do it both on sides. Go it up to my eyebrow and everything. And then I go in with Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer in light medium and Tarte Clay 12-Hour Blush in King is Love. And I blend that all together with a e.l.f. powder brush. So then I'm going with Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the medium brown for my brows, because that's the closest shade I've ever found to my brows, and I will constantly buy that only, nothing else. And then I go with my fluffy brush again because I found a little bit more powder on my face. And then I'm going in with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, my primer potion on my eyelids. I've always used it as my primer potion, as my eyelid primer. Works good. Use just a flat brush and do tapping motions, and just basically spread it all over your eyelid. That's all you really need to do. At least this is how I do my makeup. So I went in trying to use Blue Blood, Conspiracy, Controversy, and the other one. I didn't really use the last one, so I go in with, from the Blue Blood palette, I go in with Wealthy. It's a good, just, you know, like a skin color shade. And then I go in with Celebrity Skin. It's a light brown. I use that all the time. I use both of those all the time. That's just my base, my transition. And then I go in with Undertaker from this palette. It's a dark blue shade. I use that on my outer corners on both, and then I'm going in with Celebrity Skin in between and try to blend it a little bit. I go with both Undertaker and Celebrity Skin and blend it. And then I realized, well, I messed up. I didn't put anything underneath my eye on my bottom lid, and now all the Undertaker fallout is getting on my eye and it is not coming off. So then I'm trying to figure out, how do I do that? So I should have done that with the powder before I started with the eyeshadow, but I didn't think about it. It was too late, and I didn't really care. Even after doing it, I was like, you know what, whatever. Too late now. There's no going back. Just go with it. I'm not going anywhere anyways, it don't really matter. So, but if you want to, definitely use the translucent powder under eyes before you do dark shades, if you didn't know that already. I'm trying my best to blend it. I'm not doing really anything, honestly. It's just staying there. I tried my best. It's like, nah, I ain't moving. I ain't living. I was like, whatever. So then I go in with my Eco Tools small flat brush and my concealer, my Shape Tape, and I cut my crease. And if you didn't know, if you have hooded eyes, the best way to do it is put it on your upper lash line and just go as close as your lash line you can and look all around the room, but keep your eyes open, especially if you have hooded eyes, because it will help you figure out where the hell your eyes open and close and how far you have to go up with your eyeshadow, so your eyeshadow will actually be seen. And so I'm blending it. I'm using Undertaker again. I tried using my Rides Here from the Conspiracy palette. Didn't really help. Didn't really do much. But yeah. So I tried using it. But so I just went back into using Undertaker because it didn't really do much. I'm surprised that my Rides Here didn't work. But it's whatever. I tried. And yeah, I came into this, was like, I want to do blue today, and then all I didn't know was just gonna mess it up. So now I'm using the NYX Clear Glue Primer and the Eco Tools brush, and I'm putting that on top of the concealer, my cut crease, and I'm going in with Ocean Ice from the Blue Blood palette. I can't say Blue Blood like ever properly, so I'm going in with that and Cullinan from the same palette, and then I take a little bit of the Ranch shade from the Conspiracy palette, but mostly Cullinan and Ocean Ice are my two shimmer shades I'm using on my lids. Those turned out really, really pretty together, and they blended very nicely together as well. And then I'm going in with a small brush. I'll have everything linked down below as well if you want to know the types of brushes I use. I'm going in with Celebrity Skin and Undertaker underneath my eyelids, trying to get that blue off, but it's not really working. I found more blue on the rest of my face, and I was like, of course it's on the rest of my face. I'm not doing good with this makeup, but whatever. I don't really care. So then I'm just going in with both of those shades, still just trying to make it work, trying to make it still look good, hoping it looks good. So I take my big old fluffy brush, try to use it again for the rest of the blue, because then now I run into the issue of ocean ice falling on my eyes and falling off my eyes and falling onto my face. So then I'm using the NYX Epic liner in black. It's the Epic ink liner. This is the best liquid liner on the market, honestly, that I found that's cheap and does not transfer. If you have hooded eyes, try it, please. I've always used it for many years because it's honestly the best, and it has never failed me. So then I'm trying to make it look perfect because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my cat eyes. So then I'm going in with my NYX Epic Wear Water Liquid Liner in white to do a couple little details. I messed up on one side. One side looks thicker than the other, but you know what? It's okay. I don't really care. That's not that big of a deal to me. And then I go in with a few little dots because I was like, why not? Let's do a little bit more on this eye look, and that made it look a little better. So then I just think I am weak and I can't open it, and I don't know why. So I curled my lashes, and I'm using Too Faced Damn Girl on my top lashes, and I go in with Too Faced Better Than Sex on my bottom. I've always used this combination whenever I do my mascaras. It always looks the best. I usually just use like Better Than Sex on both, but then when Damn Girl came out, I was like, damn girl, let's use both of them. Let's make them eyelashes look all fluffy now. And it helps. It actually works. So then I went in with Better Than Sex on my top too, because my Damn Girl was drying out and I needed to get a new one, so I had to use a different approach to it. So then I was going to use Human Nature by Jeffree Star, the liquid lipsticks. I was trying to find out which is the best one to use. Human Nature was the closest one. But then I was like, you know what? I've made this dramatic of a makeup, why not go all the way? And nothing really matched, but Human Nature was the closest. And if you don't want to go all the way, that one right there is the closest you can get to the dark that you want if you don't want to go all black. So then I had to go ask opinions to try to figure out what to do, because I did not know what to do. So I was like, you know what? F it, let's go with all black. So then I went with Jeffree Star Weirdo, and this actually did tie it together. And when I went after applying it and showing everybody, they're like, why'd you full goth? And I was like, because why not? Let's do it. Why not? I'm already there with my eyes. This is the best lip color to go with it. If you don't want to, don't have to. But at least for me, while doing this look, I was like, honestly, that's the best one to use. So then I go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and then I go in with my Jeffree Star Skin Frost and Ice Cold on the inner corners, my eyebrow bones, and then I go in with it on the tip of my nose, on my cheeks. When I do my cheeks, I just put like a line, and then I blend it out with my finger because I don't want a harsh, like, line of highlighter on my cheekbone. On my cheekbone. So yeah, and I had to turn weird trying to make sure it looks good or not. And so this is one of my favorite highlighters, honestly. Both the one I used in the previous video and this one, honestly, best highlighters for pasty skin colors if you ever want to use them.
Okay, and then this is the final look, like you guys saw in the beginning, and then you saw the process of what it took to do this. It was hard. I hated what happened here, but I was too far gone. And if it already happens, you can either do powder like I did and just leave it on there, or you could probably just take your concealer, and hopefully you didn't powder yet, or even if you did, go over it with concealer. I just didn't because I was like, you know what, I don't feel like taking the time to do it. It's whatever. I'm not going anywhere, not really doing anything. So, but that's really the only reason why it looks still like this. But yeah, so if you guys want, like I said, just use concealer, do it over, it'll be perfectly fine. I've done it before, even when this has happened on looks when I've actually gone out, and it's worked, it's covered, it's been perfect. But also, if you guys do not want to use this black lipstick, I understand completely. If you do, if you liked the darker color that I used before, it was this one, and it is Human Nature from Jeffree Star. And so that was another suggestion that I think that you guys would need if you don't want to, you know, go all full goth, go all full black lipstick. I get it. Nope, not everybody wants to wear like full on black lipstick. I get that. But that's why I was like, well, let me give you guys another suggestion just in case. And it's still a dark color, so might as well. But yeah, that's Human Nature. So I hope you guys like this. I like how it turned out, besides like the, you know, but whatever. And I think it turned out really, really nice. I will love it, actually. It's one of my favorite looks to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys will like this video and subscribe. If you like more makeup like this and want to see me do more looks, I will be doing that. So hit that subscribe button, like I said, hit that like button, and I will see you guys later on.